One of the closest votes coming out of election night doesn't even involve a candidate. The future of Albany High School is still very much in the air tonight. Right now, a $196 million proposal to rebuild the 40-year-old building still has a fighting chance. Here's where things stand. With 100% of the precincts reporting, we're at 50-50. Just 10 votes separate the no's from the yeses, but there is still an X factor, the 1,000 or so absentee ballots that haven't been counted yet. For more than 40 years, Albany High School has sat here along Washington Avenue, a center for learning for thousands upon thousands of students during its time. But educators and some neighbors argue the school has lived beyond its time.
It's falling down around them. Something's got to happen.
Anna St. Pierre lives across the street. She tells me she's been keeping an eye on crumbling walls and signs of aging.
The school definitely needs to be redone. You know, whether we vote for it or not, these kids need a place to go to school.
Enter the new plan, a $196 million overhaul funded by taxpayers and state aid that would rebuild and expand the existing school. 5,506 voters supported it. 10 more nixed the proposal.
Much of the equipment has outlived its livelihood for what it should be doing.
Albany Superintendent Marguerite Vanden Wyngaard believes it'll cost more than $55 million just to keep the current school in working order. But she says there would still be challenges.
We're trying to shift to 21st century learning, which we can't do because we can't have wireless within the building. We have metal walls inside, which doesn't allow our students to have access to that.
Voters tell me one of the biggest enemies to the plan is the price tag. Most taxpayers would shell out $30 to $77 extra dollars every year.
I think there's other measures they can take without having to milk the taxpayer, and that's where my point is.
Right now, it's a waiting game and back to the drawing board if the measure fails.
And will have to be done eventually, so we can move it down the road, but we're going to have to do something at some point.
The superintendent told me today she's hopeful, but she says she believes the absentee ballots will actually derail her plans. The Board of Elections will start counting those ballots next Tuesday.